Here in the Brooklands Museum flight shed, I'm standing by a replica of the Hawker Fury, an aircraft which many consider to be the most beautiful biplane ever built. This very accurate replica was the ambition of, and indeed funded by, the late Robin Balmer, who'd been an engineer at Hawker's under Sir Sidney Cam, and in fact was responsible for the design of the GR3 version of the Harrier. The Fury had been designed in 1928 as a fighter version of the first aircraft that had been designed by Sir Sidney Cam after he was made chief designer at Hawker's in 1925. The Heart, with its streamlined engine cowling and beautifully streamlined fuselage, set the scene for a number of Cam designs that were to follow. With a top speed of 176 miles an hour, it was faster than any other aircraft then in service with the Royal Air Force, and it was therefore inevitable that Hawker's should be asked to design a fighter version that could take over from the frontline fighters of the day. In fact, Sidney Cam had already produced a new fighter in response to a 1927 Air Ministry requirement for a fighter powered by the new Bristol Jupiter radial engine. The resulting aircraft, the F-2027, was certainly fast, but it was hampered by the drag of its large radial engine. So Hawker's, as a private venture, produced a new version where they substituted the Bristol radial engine for the Heart's Rolls-Royce Kestrel V12. The resulting aircraft, which was called the Hornet, first flew in March 1929, and its performance so impressed the Air Ministry that they immediately ordered 21 production versions and changed its name to Fury. The prototype Fury first flew in 1931, and as the Fury won, it became the first RAF fighter, indeed the first RAF aircraft, to be able to exceed 200 miles an hour. As Rolls-Royce developed ever more powerful versions of the Kestrel engine, so too did Hawker's develop the Fury 2, an aircraft that had an amazing top speed of 233 miles an hour. But Sidney Cam, by that stage, knew that the biplane's days were numbered. He'd already been thinking about what he would call the Fury monoplane, an aircraft that would eventually be powered by the Merlin engine, developed by Rolls-Royce out of the Kestrel and its successors, and of course it would be called the Hawker Hurricane.